Hey everybody, Grand Rise. Soon to be afternoon. Hope everyone's well. I have not been here in a while. I looked at my last live, it said 4 weeks. I was like, oh no, this is not good at all. This is crazy. I'm going to explain some health things on my other channel. But I was like, I owe this channel some love too. I got to speak on some things over here. Okay. Hope y'all been well, doing great as usual. I'm outside. I'm going from one job location to another. Welcome everybody into the room. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, and support. This channel is about health and wellness, really and truly. Hey, Lurky, how you doing? How you feeling? Came over here to talk about health business, my health business, and maybe yours too. Who knows? Who knows? It's always good to talk about. On my other channel, I put a picture of a gallon of water, right, in a water bottle. And I really want to explain what that is about, why I'm doing it, why it makes sense to me. Doesn't have to make sense to you because one person's treasure is another person's poison, or however that saying goes, right? So when you're in the gym a lot, like working out 4, 5, 6 times a week, and you want to maintain a certain body fat percentage, one trick that intermediate folks, personal trainers know to do is drink a gallon of water every day. You'll see a guy going to the gym with a big jug of water and it's full. And then when he leaves, it might be full again, but actually he drank it and refilled it. And on the way home, he might drink it again. Seems like it makes sense for men and not so much for women because, you women got a whole lot of fat in us. Yeah. Um, I'll explain that in a moment too. It's not our fault we got a lot of fat in us. We're women. We need fat. Okay? We do. Um, we need fat more than men do. When I was in the gym, I used to drink a gallon of water just because I worked out a lot. Still love my sweets, still love my sugar, but I didn't drink as much sugary things. I ate sugary things. I didn't drink sugary things. And that allowed my body fat to stay at a certain percentage. A man's a man's a man's water weight percentage, all right, which is the amount of water in your body, just in general in your body. Muscles are made up of pretty much 60 to 70% of water, right? Your muscles are made of water, protein too. And the fibers, the way that they mesh also with fascia creates these muscles. There's another specific name for it that has the term fascia in it. And I just had a brain fart. I need water. Okay? I do. I need water. However, a man should have at least 70% of his body made up of water. His water weight percentage should be around 70%. Okay? A woman's water weight percent, and this is optimal. Okay? If you had 70, perfection, yay for you. But hovering around 70 is good. If you're a man and you're busting 65% water weight, you're good. There's nothing wrong with you. And I'll explain why in a second. For women, we should have 60% of our water weight. Okay? Our water weight percentage should be around 60%. Okay? This is optimal. This is not, you have to have this. No. If you hover around a certain area, which I will explain, you're good. Okay. The reason why water weight percentage is so important is because in my experience, in my learnings, the higher your water weight percentage, the lower your body fat percentage. Okay. It's very interesting lurking. And that's why people have to do different things in the gym and with their food and their water, depending on what they want to do. Okay. If you wanted to lose weight, I can tell you drink water and you'll lose weight all day. Right? I can tell you stop eating food, you lose weight all day. This is why losing weight in the scale of goals, body goals, losing weight is the easiest thing to do. Okay? It's not as hard as you think. All right? If you are a person who is naturally thin and you want to gain weight, that is tough to do because what you don't want to do is put empty calories in you. You don't want to get obese. You don't want to go to the other direction. You want to be a healthy weight. And a lot of healthy food is low in calories, not dense in calories. So, water, where would that fit for you? Right? Like, I don't want to lose weight. I want to gain weight. So I don't want to drink water. But no, you also need water. You just need it differently. Okay. Next is the person that wants to build muscle, right? Building muscle seems tough, but it's not as hard as the final stage, okay? Building muscle requires you to be in the gym more, lifting heavier weights, yes. But as you do that, you also have to increase your calorie count. Yeah, you got to increase that. So as you increase your calorie count, I mean, if you go in the gym over 3 times a week and you started in the gym 1 time a week, or you started working out once a week and you graduate to 3 times a week, your calorie count has to increase because calories in, calories out. And if you're doing more to put out, you need to put as much in. Okay? You do. It's a weird equation. It's funny, it's individual, right? And we go by the basic guidelines, but this is it, right? Your water intake will also have to increase when you are trying to build muscle, okay? Because your muscle is made of 70% water, whether you're male or female. And us women, I'll get to the whole gist of this for women in a moment, but the hardest thing to do, okay, is build muscle and lose body fat, or maintain weight and lose body fat. That's the hardest thing to do. All right. If you're working out more than 3 or 4 times a week, you increase your calorie count, right? You do all these things. For you to decrease your body fat, you will have to drink more water. Okay. You will. And that's tough. When you see those people who want to decrease their body fat, you see bodybuilders preparing for their show, right? A couple weeks, maybe a month or so before, you will see them lug those big gallon jugs of water so that they can decrease that body fat, all right? Decreasing your body fat is really what gets that six pack showing, okay? You always got a six pack there. Those are your abdominal muscles. Somewhere in there, you got a six pack. Everybody on this planet does. You're a human being, you got a six pack somewhere. It's probably just surrounded by a whole lot of visceral fat, regular fat, and that's why you can't see it. You might be able to see a line or two, but you can't see. And when you uh, lose weight in your midsection, so to speak, yeah, you lose weight in your midsection, so to speak, Your personal trainer might tell you a whole bunch of things, but they might really look at you and be like, how much water do you drink? Because if you don't drink enough water and all you drinking is juice or sugary business, you're in trouble. You're going to have a pooch and a gut. Why not? It's for you. Okay? Because that's what sugar does. Too much sugar, excess sugar in your body leads to fat. Excess protein that your body can't process or process too much, and you got excess sitting in there, it will turn to fat. Too much fat turns into fat. All the things you need that your body has processed for the day, if you put too much in there, it will turn to fat. Okay? Yeah, insulated abs. That's facts, Lurky. It's facts. That's what it is. And I'm just talking from a basic standpoint. I'm not talking about as a woman if you have other ailments, right? Womb issues, things like that. But what I will say is coming back to the body fat water weight type of deal. Scientists, a lot of scientists or doctors that do pay attention to women's health and periods, because there's not a lot of information, but for those who do have information on it, they believe that a body fat percentage of around 24% for a woman would give you a better period. Okay? You won't have a lot of PMS, you won't have PMDD, you won't have all these extra problems that come with your period. That body fat percentage usually gives you a pretty decent period. It may, if your regular schedule is 7 days, that may be fine. You won't have the bloating and all that other stuff. For some women, if your body fat percentage is around 24%, before you were heavier, you had a 7 day period, you dropped down to 24% body fat, your period might become now a 5 day period. Okay. And some healers believe that 3 and 4 day periods are good. 7 days are way too long. But it depends on you. It's like taking a dump. Okay. If you consistently for the past 10 years have taken a dump every other day and the doctor tells you you're healthy, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to be forced to take a dump every day. Now, if you're somebody who hasn't taken a dump in 6 months, right? And then you go through some things so you can take a dump every day, fine. That's good. You should take a dump every day, right? That's the general guideline. But if consistently for years you're still healthy and you don't dump every day, nobody's going to be upset with your life, right? No doctor is going to be like, no, 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 you have to. No, if you're the picture of perfect health and all your life you dump every other day, the doctor will never say, no, you have a problem. That doesn't make any sense. Right? It really doesn't. So now, women need fat, right? We use fat more than men do because of our periods, our processes of childbearing, you know, menopause. We need fat even more because that insulates our bones. It keeps us at a regulated body temperature. Okay. Fat holds estrogen in it. So when we have too much fat and too much estrogen, then you can get the fibroids in them, especially if those are estrogen based, because there are women out there who get fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, and things like that. And it's not based on an overproduction of estrogen or too much of estriadol, which is the breakdown of that you don't need, right? Some women have fibroids for other reasons. It's hereditary. Something else is going on. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, you get these things because of estrogen dominance. And for a man, most of the estrogen for a man is in his brain. All right, men do have estrogen in them. Women have testosterone in us. All of us have androgens, and androgens are the real sex organs. I mean, the sex hormones. I'm sorry. All right, estrogen helps us be more feminine. Testosterone might help us be more masculine, but androgens are the sex hormones that not only determine who you're gonna be, but you know what I'm saying? Sort of supposed to regulate these other hormones, which is bullshit when a woman gets her period. Okay? Who the fuck cares? All the hormones are jumping and acting the fucking fool. Especially the hormones dopamine. Especially the opiate receptors in our brain, in our livers, in our wombs. Okay? And when the period is coming, comes, is ready to leave, we want the sugar, we need the sugar. Fuck water. Who cares? Right? Fruit water. What are you talking about? I need OJ. I need Sprite. You know, I need milk chocolate, dark chocolate. I need all the chocolate. Who cares? Okay? Twix, Kit Kat. I take it all. It doesn't matter. It's time for my period. I gotta get it. All right. Me personally, I am addicted to sugar. Okay, I'm addicted to candy, juice, all kind of sugary things. All right, and I know the connection between me, my sugar, and my body, especially now that I'm going through the early stages of perimenopause. Okay, for the past 2 or 3 months, I have gotten my periods in, every month. But before that, it was like 2 months I wouldn't get it, 4 months I wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? So as I learn myself or relearn myself again, is certain things that I want to do. So going back to this picture of water, a gallon of water, I took a picture of it. I'm going to post it over here as well. I took a picture of it and I did a challenge. I asked people to just get a gallon of water and see how long it takes you to drink it. You don't have to drink it in a day. There's no time frame for this. Just see how long it takes for you to drink this gallon of water. They don't even have to do it. This is really for me. Tree, why are you taking your time to drink a gallon of water? I'm not back in the gym 3 times a week, all right? I work out 3 times a week, but it's not as consistent as I would like it to be, okay? Not only that, but 5 years ago, because that's around the last time that I did my sugar detox. I do a 21-day sugar detox. I used to do it every fall. And for 5 years, I just cut it out. I didn't do it at all. I was going through things. So I said, going through this time in my life, this stage in my life, why don't I try this again and try it differently? Okay, because the one thing that I have to cut out during this sugar detox are juices, all right, probiotic sodas, energy drinks, all of that flyness, all that got to go during this sugar detox. The book that I use for my sugar detox, you have to take a quick quiz before they tell you what to do. All right, and taking this quiz puts you at certain levels. It asks you for your age, your gender, your workout levels, things like this. How much sugar do you intake? Listen, Lurky. The first place that you feel it is mentally. And if you're lucky, you can have that awareness. Okay? You can have that awareness. Because for me, I'm the opposite. When I slack on my workouts or I slack out, you know what? I'm not even going to use the example of workouts. I'm going to use this example of water. Okay? I slacked on my water. I started drinking this water. Now, let me tell you something. It's been about 3 days, and my water bottle has times on it. 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m. You should be drinking all this. I'm in day 3, and I'm about to hit 11 a.m. Okay? And I have noticed, since I've been sipping on this water, I've noticed changes, not only physically, but mentally. And to have that awareness to even see that and recognize that is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad that you said this, Lurky, not because you're slacking. Hell no. None of us want to slack. But the fact that you have that awareness to understand that and not use your willpower against you, because that's what we usually do. We usually come to a certain awareness and then we say to our willpower, our ego, what are we going to do here? Are we going to change this or are we going to let it go? Okay? You can use your willpower to get back onto the workout. Or you can use your willpower to say, you know what, fuck it, it ain't that bad. I got this to do, I got that to do, I gotta go take a dump, do everything else, and fuck these workouts. And then Lurky goes from I've been slacking for 2 months to I've been slacking for 6 months. You know, your willpower can go either way, your ego can go either way. And just having that awareness sometimes is way better than what the willpower do. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do have this awareness, like, yo, when I don't work out or when I don't do this or when I do this more, this happens or this doesn't happen, then it's not like the ego's on autopilot or your willpower is on autopilot, you know? It's like, wait a minute, we're at a crossroads. We can go this way or we can go that way. What way are we going to do? And then whatever decision you make, you can't be like, well, you know, no, this is holding yourself accountable to your shit. Okay? Word up. This is how you hold yourself accountable to your shit. All right? Awareness is the first step. It's not the final step. Having awareness is the first step in accountability. All right? Because you gotta even hold accountability when you fuck up. Like, that's why people say hold yourself accountable for fucking up. Because at some point in time, you should have came in a crossroad. You should have had that awareness and be like, hey, you about to go left. Do you give a fuck or do you not give a fuck? Right? And when you make that choice not to give a fuck, then it's like, you know, it's a different thing, because I could be like, oh, I feel guilty about it. Well, you didn't give a fuck when you did it. You're not holding yourself accountable. Or I could really hold myself accountable and be like, you know what? I'm mad at myself because back then I didn't give a fuck about the consequences. And now I see it, you know, and now I'm fucked up. Okay? That's where I'm holding myself accountable. Don't that sound different to you? That doesn't sound different? All right? I'm holding myself accountable because I'm in a fucked up state. And I'm mad at myself because I knew that I had a crossroads and I decided not to give a fuck. Okay? And I can't be wrong and strong about it right now because I'm that fucked up. Facts. It's a conscious decision. You have to have a little hindsight and foresight. You can't predict the future. You never can. But you have to have a little bit of hindsight and foresight, enough to be able to hit your head at that conscious decision. All right? And understand where the conscious decision can be made, and even making the conscious decision to make it a subconscious decision. Okay? When you get to that point where I got to leave it to the Lord, that's a conscious decision to make a subconscious decision. Having faith in something, letting the universe deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's a conscious decision to make a subconscious decision, or a decision beyond your control. All right? So, you know, that shit. I went there with not posting here. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm flipping it back. I'm here and I'm talking about it. Right? So let's get back on track. Being that I love sugary drinks and I cannot drink sugary drinks during this 21-day detox, I'm preparing myself. Right now, I'm not taking anything away. Right now, I'm adding, right? I'm adding water. I'm not getting rid of my drinks just yet. Fuck that. I love my juice. But me drinking the water in addition to my juice, I can tell the difference. It's like I can see my sugar high now, you know? Before I couldn't see it. I was just drinking my juice and drinking my probiotic soda, you know, trying to act like this is organic. It's good. It's going to make me take a dump. It's good for me, you know? And I'm drinking it. I see now when I drink the water and I take my time away from the sugary drinks, I can see the high. I can see where it starts. I can see how it changes. I can see how my eyes start to move a certain way and my body starts to act a certain way. And, when I drink the water, I realize I get a little withdrawal symptom in my brain, but not exactly my body, or sometimes my body, not exactly my brain. And, it's like reprogramming myself because when I go to the gym and you drink an energy drink, it's a totally different feeling than drinking water. And it's still a totally different feeling than me putting BCAA powder in my water or putting fruit in my water. Okay? I'll get to that. But right now, I need to prepare myself with bare bone shit. Okay? So that's why I'm trying to see how long it's taking me to drink a gallon of water with the juice. Because this is where I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? I still got my juice. I still got my whatevers. So I'm comfortable. When I'm done drinking this gallon of water and I prepare myself to drink the next gallon of water, I got to make sure it's either less sugary drink or no sugary drink. You feel me? So there's going to be this is like a pre-elimination diet. I haven't eliminated anything yet. Right now I'm just adding. And then it's going to be the transition to figure things out, and then we do the elimination diet. Okay. And then I get to my sugar detox. Or I might do the elimination diet while doing a sugar detox because the sugar detox, I'm eliminating a lot of sugar. I'm not eliminating all sugar. Okay. That's the other thing I wanted to explain to you guys about my sugar detox and the reason why I follow this particular nutritionist. She is very understanding and knows scientifically that we need sugar. We need carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give our cells energy. We need that thing. Okay? Fundi C, shout out to Fundi C. She had a fantastic think tank live yesterday where we talked about sugar. All right? And I said a couple things, including things that I'm saying here. And, it's great to explain it. You know? This book, this lady, this nutritionist, she's not about cutting out all sugar. That is garbage, okay? We need sugar, all right? And I'm not a diabetic in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a type 2 diabetic. I'm not a type 1 diabetic. But I do know that sugar leads to my estrogen overproduction, right? Because of the excess fat and the issues that I have. It's a factor. So I'm going to eat sugar in the right way. I'm going to look for the foods with the lowest amount of sugars in it naturally, as well as cooking. You know, I have to prepare a whole bunch of things, not just this water thing. I have to prepare what I buy to eat, what food I can eat, what food I can't eat, what I can eat around others who are not in this detox. I got to go through a whole bunch of stuff. This is the tip. This is like the tip of the iceberg here. And this part is hard, which is why I started with this first. Because me cutting out sugary drinks and just drinking water the whole time, you know, I already don't drink apple juice and orange juice and all that. I need to get back to apples and oranges. But right now, I better get me some oranges before I start the sugar detox, because I guarantee you, oranges is not one of the things I'm going to be able to eat. I usually do this sugar detox in the fall because in the wintertime is when in New York we get Macintosh apples, and the Macintosh apples are my favorite apples in the universe, and they're red apples, and red apples have way more sugar than green apples. And during my sugar detox, I can't eat any red apples. I gotta eat the nasty green ones. Okay? This is how much of a sugar addict I am. I remember the taste of green apples. And don't get me wrong, they taste pretty good. I need some red ones to go with it. I can't do green apples alone. Granny Smith, no. I need Macintosh. I need, the red ones. Okay? I need the red ones. They got more sugars. All right? I can't have maple syrup like I want. Okay? I may have to get the grade D instead. Like, listen, grade A held to the north. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got to go through all of this shit. And then I'll be next to my man who eat whatever the hell he want to eat. He look at me like I'm an idiot. Like, why are you doing that again? Why don't we go to the gym? And I have to explain to him, you're a man, I'm a woman. It's different. Okay, buddy? We go through that garbage. Listen, sometimes I feel like I got to prepare for this detox more than I do the master cleanse. Shoot. Because at least with the master cleanse, all I need is lemons or lemon juice, maple syrup, water, and sea salt and peppermint tea. Okay, that's it. We good. We slappy. This shit here, oh hell to the no. I got the planned shit out. You hear me? And yes, I'm starting late in October, but I'm hoping that before November we get this. We done. We good. Okay. I know I started it late. I know I did. I should have prepared this from September. But we here. We doing what we gotta do. Okay? We doing what we gotta do. Well, I'm doing what I gotta do. I don't know what you doing. You ain't got to tell me. You just could listen and get motivated or not, you know? It's up to you. The name of the book is The 21 Day Sugar Detox by Diane San Filippo. I'll take a picture and put a link up and all of that if you want to, get little snippets of the book or anything like that. Like, her book also comes with an extra book where you can write out what you got to buy, all kinds of stuff. Trust and believe. There are plenty of other books on sugar and how to curb your sugar cravings and all this other stuff. But for me, this book was the most helpful, right? It's one thing to have information and have knowledge, but in order to have wisdom, you have to have understanding. And the understanding part is where we learn, right? Some people have to learn by doing. I'm one of them people. I learn by looking, hearing, but I also have to do in order for it to stick in my brain. Okay? Otherwise, it's out of here. Who cares? So you can watch me on this journey. You can follow me on this journey if you want. I really have to post more on this channel. Like I said before, the memberships are on my other channel, which is why I post there so much. But I have to share the love over here too. Because like I said, at some point, I would love for all those members to come over here. So that channel could be for the garbage, and this channel could be for the real health and wellness. So I'm going to end this live now. Please like, share, subscribe. If I get to 500, I can start memberships and stuff. So, hey, Salt, how are you? How you doing? All right. If I can get to 500 over here, then I can start the memberships over here. And if I can get 500 over here and whatever over there, I'll cut the memberships out over there. Bring y'all over here. Okay? Because thank you, Lurky. I appreciate it, hon. And they can pull up on the replay too. Sometimes people are better listening to a replay than they are listening to the actual live. Even though you can red ball it back while I'm live, it just makes more sense for some people. I get it, to be a part of the replay game, But I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Just so you guys know, I am a certified personal trainer, a certified yoga instructor, and a certified group fitness instructor. I'm also a certified holistic health coach. The one thing that I am not is a doctor. Okay? So if you have certain ailments, I can give you general information about it, but don't be surprised if I give you general information and I ask you about your doctor's information. Okay? Because yes, your doctor's not always right, but sometimes they have a better grip on things than you do. Their guess is way better sometimes than your guess. Okay? And based off of what they tell you, we can figure out together if it's right or wrong, or what's the way to go. I usually tell people as a holistic health coach, go to the doctor, figure out what's wrong with you, and then come back to me. Okay? And then we can determine, is the doctor right, is the doctor wrong? Can we fix these issues by tackling other issues that you may have? Because for some people, you may have high blood pressure, right? And you come to me and you're like, all right, Shree, what should I do? I got high blood pressure, I'm taking this medication, I want to get off. Oh, you want to get off? Okay. So now we're going to have this plan: work out, stress less, blah, 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 eat this, there you go. Hey, doc, do I need this medication still? No, you don't. You super duper. Thank you, Saul. You super duper. What you did? You ain't get this medication no more. Well, I did boo boo boo. The doctor will more than likely tell you good job, but don't ever tell me that shit again because you're killing me. You're killing my business. I'll see you later when something's wrong with you, all right? So don't be surprised if I tell you go see the doctor. As we are having this sugar conversation, if you have type 1 diabetes, I will ask you about what your doctor says. Okay? If you have type 2 diabetes, I will ask you if you are on insulin, because there are people with type 2 diabetes that are on insulin. I have no idea why, but there they are, right? So if you're a type 2 diabetic on insulin, I will have to have you talk to your doctor and tell me what's going on, right? If you have type 2 diabetes or you are pre-diabetic on the way to being a diabetic, but you can combat it with diet and exercise, you come see me and we are straight. Okay? And at the same time, you had to go to the doctor to figure out if you was pre-diabetic anyway. So here we go. I mean, you can take a test on webmd.com if you want to, but after a while, you gonna want to see somebody just to verify what the AI say. All right. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out. It's a beautiful day out here in New York City. If you're in New York City, please enjoy it. Wherever you are, make it a great day, even if the weather's bad. Okay? Just stay active. Go to the gym, clean your house, take a walk, do something, right? Stay active. If you are overactive and you need to rest, please rest. All right? Just take care of yourself somehow. Do something, even if it's just a little different. All right? Smile, Lumu. Trust me, your face will like you for it. Okay? Take care, guys. Thank you, everybody that subbed, came in the building. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hitting the like. I appreciate you. I will see you soon. Thank you, Lurky. Thank you, Salt. Peace.